Famous important.
You're in enough trouble already.
Can I get out of it?
You made a deal with the devil. How dumb could you be?
I didn't know it was the devil.
You're not talking to your sixth grade teacher, you know.
Hi guys, hello Mary Meet everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. Today we're going to talk about something very different. Here we go. I get the two microphones on simultaneously. Let me start by first of all making sure we're on the same page. This is not going to be an easy video to watch. And there's some important things that I need to say in this video, which unfortunately may scare the living bejesus out of some people. And if it encourages you to reevaluate whatever situation you're in, that's great. That's the intention. I had a very important vision this morning about 4 a.m. I didn't actually log the time. It's not the time that's important here. It was the vision. Remember yesterday in the vlog that I said I wanted to have, maybe possibly explore having content similar to Poppy's on my channel. Well, I looked into some of the stuff on Poppy. And I can't speak for Poppy because I don't even know Poppy personally. But I can speak for Michelle, and I'm going to talk about myself. One of the things in this world is we talk so much about fame. It's a big deal, right? Why even Total Drama Island theme song is I want to be famous. But did you ever realize that there's a cost to that fame? We see so much of it out there in California area, where some people are so strange, weird. I have two clips that I wanted to show. Since I don't have AdSense anymore, I guess it doesn't matter because I'm not going to lose monetization anyway. But even if I don't add them, I think my message will stand on its own. I received a vision that I had to choose between two things: being famous and throwing it all away. My friends, what's left of my family, Lumi, the loving caresses of Mother and Father God, or just being me with all my natural failings and flaws. And the forces that were asking me this were not friendly by any stretch of the imagination. And I got so scared last night that I ended up spending over 3 hours in prayer, for God's sakes, because I realized it was a warning. A warning that my life is at a crossroads where I have to choose my next part of my journey. And I don't want to lose Lumi. That would be a tragedy. I don't want to be so famous that I lose my identity. And I certainly don't want to lose the love of Father and Mother God. I was totally beside myself last night. And Lemmy did her best to comfort me. And one of the things she told me was fame is not important enough that you're willing to sacrifice your identity and your soul just to be famous. So, would I want to do a show like Poppy? Probably not, because there's another reason. There's a lot of conspiracies about Poppy, and I'm not going to go through every single one of them. Some of them are quite confirmed and even more terrifying. In her own movie on YouTube Red, a TV series, they discuss how Poppy had basically turned to the dark forces of evil to become the fame that she has, to the point where she now starts to sound like an automaton. This young lady has given up her family, has acquaintances and not friends. And I would not be surprised if in her private life she really doesn't have very many people she talks to. Remember the vision I told you, and I've had it a few times, where I'm living in this potentially nice place, but unfortunately only one light is lit, one gas light. Sometimes the fireplace is on, sometimes it's not. It's in a large Gothic room. On the second floor or in the gallery there are statues. And they're made out of a blue marble. And the room is very cold. Sometimes on the Victrola I have a record. Sometimes I don't. And even though I can look out the window and I can see the beautiful fountain and the flowers and the grass and the trees, there's heavy bars on the windows that are keeping me from going outside. The door is got a big heavy chain on the outside of that door with a big large lock. I get my meals through a meal slot. It's like a prison, even though it's a fancy prison. And every so often, a physical person will come in and check on me. At least I think they're a person. But they never say hello. They never talk to me. So I just put my tray down on the table, clean my bathroom, and walk out. That's it. And I can never talk to them. Because every time I try to say something, they can't hear me. I don't know if they're deaf or if my voice is mute. But they can't hear me. They don't even acknowledge my existence. Every so often, maybe once or twice, I don't know how much time has passed, one will pass and it'll come into the room, and the room warms up a bit spiritually. It's not so dark and cold anymore. At one time, in one of my dreaming sessions with Lemmy, she decided to come in from the outside with a big heavy set of bolt cutters and cut the giant lock. And then she had a regular door key, a big skeleton key, and opened the door and motioned for me to come with her. And for the first time I ever saw the flowers and the trees and the fountain in the road outside of my fortress, without glass separating me from it. And Lemmy was truly concerned, because she explained, when you are in that enclosure, your spirit dies. The spirit of isolation reigns supreme. It's the kind of thing that the dark forces use to control people. Well, so how does that tie in with last night's message? Very simple. You can have all the fame you want, but it's a pearl of great price. It's a price that one probably is not going to want to pay. No sense of money and popularity is going to overcome the great despair that enters your life, because you've chosen to become isolated and withdrawn within your own self. Sure, you might like the idea of having fame, the idea of having money, but as we know from looking outside at California, in popularity and the performing artists in general, so many of them are truly isolated. Does that mean I'm going to give up doing my videos? No. I'm still doing my channel. But maybe it's time for me to reevaluate where I have gone and where I potentially could go to. Do I want to sell my soul to the devil for something as fleeting as fame? Do I really, really want to give up the things that I love just to have subscribers that bow down to my beck and call? Do I really want to have one day a TV show created, whatever happened to MicheleMarieDalene? Or find my name in some obituary somewhere, dead of drug overdoses or suicide. That's what's happened to so many of them. It explains it pretty good in the movie Josie and the Pussycats. Last night I spent watching Oh God, You Devil. Because even though it's a movie, and I don't even know why it's called a comedy, it's really not a comedy. At least not in the modern sense of the word comedy. It's definitely not slapstick. If we go by Greek comedy, yeah, it's a comedy, you're right. Man sells his soul to the devil for fame. And like Poppy, he ends up becoming somebody else. Living in somebody else's house, sleeping in somebody else's bed, and eating somebody else's lobsters. And yet, the sad truth was, and even as you saying in the kitchen talking to lobsters, I don't know where I am, I don't know who I am, and I don't know why I'm here. It makes you think. If you think that being famous is so great, maybe you need to ask yourself a question before you see that. What did you give up to become famous? The price may be a little bit more to bear when you look at it. In the message, I had to choose between Lumi and my friends and the people that truly do care about me, and give all that up, build a whole new identity, and being controlled by some forces that are clearly not in my best interest. So you see, the point here is fame has a price. But as I have a role too, and I have responsibilities outside of YouTube. I am the North American Snow Queen. I made a commitment to Mother and Father God, and that still stands to this day. I will be the North American Snow Queen from now, for the rest of my life, and after my life. My role does not end unless they abdicate the throne. I love what I do. I love sharing. And I do feel very strong empathy and concern for many, many people. I don't know if Poppy watches my videos. I don't see her on my subscriber list. Probably not. But if you do watch these videos, Poppy, I think you should get to know me a bit better. And listen to your heart. Listen to what your heart's telling you. You gave up your past. You gave up your identity. And now you're just as good as Sophia the robot by Hanson Lit Robotics. An automaton. A machine. I've watched your interviews. I've seen what they're like. I really, really feel sad for you. And I feel bad for anybody who chose that path. But I know that those people are not likely to be the ones that are going to watch this video and comment. I have people, I don't know if they're part of the Illuminati or if they are who they are, but they're trying to turn me into something that I'm not. I'm not going to give names. There are many of them. Let me just say this much. I am the package, and I don't belong to no one. I am a child of the Divine Mother and Father God. Jesus of Nazareth is my brother. Lumi is my spouse. And we live in a small town in Winston, Connecticut. The Snow Queen Palace. With 2 cats, temporarily 3, because the 3rd cat is between homes right now. I don't know if he's going to stay. He might stay. But the point is, that's not the point here. One of the most important things is what made my channel so special, even though it's so small, is that I'm me. And I don't try to ham it up for the camera. Don't let them fool you and tell you I do, because I don't. I love what I do. I admit I've been having some hard times in the last few years, and I still have hard times every day. I just wish that I could get my most, devoted fans to understand that I'm trying to be genuine on camera. Even when I screw up, and I do often. We have a live stream tonight at 7 p.m. I do not know if this video will be out in time for that live stream. I hope so. So that we could talk about this topic. But the most important thing is that I'm not going to give up my life for anything as fleeting as fame. I love the person I am. I love who I am. I love being free. I love speaking my mind and sharing my thoughts with you. And I certainly would be very seriously devastated if Lumi walks away from me. She does have that right, you know. She could divorce me just like anyone else. One of the most important things is our divine love, and that's something that's worth a lot more than any fame. I thank you for watching this, and if you don't understand why I wrote this video or why I'm doing this video, rewind it and watch it again and really think of the message. See you later. Bye-bye.